So I'm going to work through how to do these Bohr diagrams on the 1-2D worksheet. So in order to complete the Bohr diagrams, you need to have the atomic mass and the atomic number. And we learned earlier in the week that atomic number tells you the number of protons. And right now we're in our happy little unicorn universe where everything's perfect, and it's also the number of electrons. So if I have a 5 atomic number, my protons are 5 and my electrons are 5. To get my neutrons, I'm going to take my mass, which in this case is 11, minus my atomic number, or my number of protons, that's 5, and I end up with 6 neutrons. When I'm doing a Bohr diagram, the first thing I do is put my protons and neutrons in the middle, so 5p and 6n, and then I need to place my 5 electrons. On my first energy level, I can only hold 2 electrons. So I'm going to put 2 there. And then I need to move out to my next energy level. If I need to place 5 and I have 1, 2 already, I'm going to do 3, 4, 5. When I do my Lewis structure, I only worry about my valence electrons. So in this case, that's 3 of them. And I'm going to follow this parking lot map to show me where to put them. So for boron, I have 1, 2, 3 valence electrons for my Lewis structure. Let's take a look at sulfur. Sulfur has an atomic number of 16, which means that my protons and my electrons are also going to be 16. For my neutrons, I take my atomic mass of 32 minus 16 protons, and that gives me 16 neutrons. I put my protons and my neutrons in the middle, and then I place my 16 electrons. My first energy level can hold 2, 1, 2, and then I'm going to place, keep going on my second energy level. I can fit 8 in my second energy level. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still haven't made it to 16 though, so I'm going to jump out to my next energy level. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm going to double check. It's really easy to count when I have them in pairs like this. I can see I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and then 2 singles, 15, and 16. Again, for my Lewis structure, I'm looking at just my valence electrons. I can see I have 6 valence electrons. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whoops, that one's a little bit kind of in the middle there. It should be more towards the top. All right, let's look at the next page. So our first one here, lithium, is kind of done for us as an example. I have an atomic number of 3 and a mass number of 7. So my atomic number, my protons, and my electrons are all equal. So I have 3 protons and 3 electrons. My number of neutrons is my mass minus my protons, and that gives me 4. And then you can see in this example, I already have 3p and 4n in the middle and 3 electrons. For neon, I have an atomic number of 10, which means I have 10 protons and 10 electrons. My number of neutrons is my mass of 20 minus 10 protons gives me 10 neutrons. So I'm going to have 10p in the middle and 10n. And I'm going to place 10 electrons. Start out with 1, 2 in the first level, and then I bump out to my next one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Worked out perfectly because that just filled my second level. Magnesium, I have an atomic number of 12, which means I have 12 protons and 12 electrons. My mass is 24 minus 12 protons, tells me that I have 12 neutrons left. And I'm going to put 12 protons and 12 neutrons in my middle. I'm going to start placing my electrons. My first energy level holds 1, 2. I bump out to my second level, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not done yet, though. I need 2 more, so I bump out to my third level, 11, and 12. Cl is chlorine. I have an atomic number of 17, which means I have 17 protons and 17 electrons. I have 35 for my mass, minus 17 protons gives me 18 neutrons left. So I put my protons and my neutrons in the middle, and then I start placing my 17 electrons. 1, 2, in my first energy level. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not done yet. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Helium, I have an atomic number of 2, which means 2 protons and 2 electrons. My mass is 4 minus 2 protons, gives me 2 neutrons left. I put my 2 protons and my 2 neutrons in the middle, and I place my 2 electrons. All right, last one, silicon. I have an atomic number of 14, which means I have 14 protons and 14 electrons. I have a mass of 28 minus 14 protons, means I have 14 neutrons left. I put 14p and 14n, and then I'm going to place my 14 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bump out to my next level, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, we went over those questions in class. I'm going to skip those and just keep showing you how to do the Bohr models. So for the rest of these problems, you're going to need to pull out your periodic table and look up some information. So for carbon, that is number 6 on our periodic table. So I have an atomic number of 6 and a mass of 12.01. So if my atomic number is 6, my protons are 6, and my electrons are 6. My neutrons, my mass is going to round to 12 even, minus 6 protons equals 6 neutrons. I'm going to do 6p and 6n in my middle for my nucleus, and then I'm going to start placing my electrons. I need to place 6 of them. So I start out with 1, 2 in my first level, jump out to my second level because that's full. 3, 4, 5, 6. For my Lewis structure, remember my Lewis structure, I'm only worried about my valence electrons, and I have 4 this time. I'm going to follow my diagram here, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 2, oxygen. Oxygen has an atomic number of 8 and a mass of 16.00. My atomic number is 8. My protons and my electrons are also 8. And my neutrons is 16 minus 8, which gives us 8 neutrons. In my nucleus, I have 8 protons and 8 neutrons, and I'm going to place my 8 electrons. 1, 2, I'm full, so I got to bump out to the next level. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Looking at my outside ring, I have 2, 4, 5, 6 valence electrons. So I'm going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for my Lewis structure. Next page, I have aluminum. Aluminum has an atomic number of 13, and on our periodic table, a mass of 26.98, which will round to 27. My atomic number is 13. My protons and my electrons are 13. My neutrons, I take that rounded mass of 27 minus 13 protons, gives me 14 neutrons. I put my protons and my neutrons in the middle, and then I place my 13 electrons. 1, 2, bump out 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That layer is full, but I still need to keep going to 11, 12, and 13. Look at my outer ring. I have 3 valence electrons for aluminum, and I'm going to place them 1, 2, 3. Number 4 is showing us phosphorus. My atomic number for phosphorus is 15. And that tells me I have 15 protons and 15 electrons. My mass is 30.97. We're going to round that to 31. Minus 15 protons gives me 16 neutrons left for that mass. In my nucleus, I have 15 protons and 16 neutrons. I'm going to place my electrons. I have 15. 1, 2. First layer is full. I jump out to my next one. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Still not to 15, so I got one more layer. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I look at my outer ring. I have 5 valence electrons to place. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the last one on our worksheet is hydrogen. Hydrogen has an atomic number of 1 and a mass of 1.01. So protons, if my atomic number is 1, my protons are 1, and my electrons are 1. My mass is going to round down to 1. Minus 1 proton means I have no neutrons for hydrogen. I'm going to put my 1 proton in the middle. I'm also just going to put in there that I have no neutrons, and then I'm going to place my 1 electron. I only have 1 energy level, so that's my valence energy level there, which means I have 1 electron for my Lewis structure. There you go.